As a medical professional, do you use dying or do you use transitioning?
I love that you're asking this question. I think it's so important for those of us who work in end of life care to be on the same page when it comes to how we talk about death, so that people can view this normal part of all of our lives as beautiful and sacred instead of something to be feared. By the way, I'm a hospice nurse. I've been a hospice nurse for 20 years. There are two final stages in the dying process: transitioning and actively dying. The transitioning stage usually lasts days to weeks. This is when we start to see a significant change in a dying person. It's like they're turning the corner and heading to the finish line. I think of it like this: we are all dying. That's what getting old is. But we who are not sick are more living than we are dying. There comes a point when a terminally ill person is more dying than they are living. That is transition. After transitioning, they are in the actively dying stage. Actively dying stage can last from minutes to hours to days. This is when they are down for the count. They are unresponsive. This is the point of no return.
Dying is a harsh word.
I understand that some people feel like words like dead, died, or dying are harsh, but it is what it is. Obviously, when someone's person is dying, they can be highly emotional and stressed out. If we're not clear about what is happening, it can be really confusing. By using the word dying, we are allowing them to be present in the moment. And we can use that word compassionately. I learned that early on in my hospice career when I was working with the most amazing hospice nurse. Our patient in the care center was dying. His adult daughter was in the room and she was freaking out. What is going on? What is going on? Maggie walked over to her, took her hands in hers, looked in her eyes and said, "He's dying." She walked her over to the bed, put her hand in her dad's and told her, "Be with him." She relaxed, took a breath, and was able to sit with him until he took his last. It was one of the most moving moments I have ever seen in my whole hospice career. Changing the words doesn't change what it is, and death is always going to be sad, but we can make it less scary and a much better experience if we are using open and honest communication. I hope that helps.